So when I start drawing, often I draw the beginning of the shape of a head. And usually when I start drawing like this, it's more like a journal. Now, I have a shaved head, but it's not like I'm thinking I'm drawing myself. Oftentimes it's just easier to draw a nice big fun shape like that. Now I can make the eyes anything I want. Later I can come and erase this part here. So now the eye is cleanly, I'm just doing it quick right now to show you. But now the eye is cleanly, not so clean here. But it's cleanly breaking the edge of the shape of the head. I could draw somebody with hair. I guess it just doesn't feel true, doesn't feel fun. If I'm drawing somebody like a car salesman, I might draw something like this, and I might take the hair out like that, and if I change it all to black, so here's like the car salesman guy. Little sly in the eye. He's got that look. He's trying to get one over on you. Sometimes I put in the other eye here like this. That always depends too on just how I feel. Depends on lots of things. So it's not about drawing me, but it is about drawing how I feel in the moment. And it's not a conscious, I don't say to myself, I'm gonna sit here now and I'm gonna draw how I feel. I just draw. But if I woke up and I was feeling sad, maybe this kind of a thing would come out. A sad guy. Then I might start to think about story and, why is he sad? Or can I add another character in here to provide contrast? It doesn't have to be contrast. It could be the sad guys club. It could just be two sad guys here. Hat can also reflect the feelings. See, the feelings now are like droopy, like the hat is like droopy. Changing the hat provides a little bit of hope. It's like an eyebrow kind of. Hats are kind of like eyebrows. Eyebrows can be like that, like up or down. The hat can mimic that. Again, these are just random thoughts I have when I'm drawing. Here's a happy guy. Looks a little crazy. I didn't choose that. That's how it came out. Then I go with the crazy mouth kind of, since the eyes look a little crazy. But I can easily go a different direction with that, just by changing the two pupils. Oh, he still looks a little crazy. It could be the mouth that makes him look crazy. Could be holding a mirror. A lot of times I actually like to do the pinky out. Makes it look like he's trying to be fancy. If the pinky is out like that, it adds an element of sophistication or phony sophistication. Now this could be Doodieman, just for the heck of it. Looks like him a little bit. And then I can have a mirror here. I'll change that edge a little so it kind of mimics the other one. I can have a mirror. And then, story-wise, I could do whatever I want. I could make it a joke where he's sad in the mirror. There's a whole story right there. There's a story. The hero, the proud, happy hero, and the truth. The mirror of truth. Sergio Aragonés from Mad Magazine used to do something called the shadow nose, where he'd have like a guy like this. I'm doing a very simplified version of it, but he'd have this guy here, another Doodieman, what the heck? And then he'd have the shadow going this direction, and then the shadow would be sad. So it would be like the shadow nose. That was the name of it. You can Google it, it's on Google. And so you'd have this other truth, not even a personality, but you'd have this other truth here. Sorry for the edge there. Drawing the truth of how our hero is really feeling. I sit down and I start drawing, and that's just what comes out. Now I could even stretch this down. Look at this. I made a giant teeth here. Didn't plan that. Came out at the last second. I just thought, what I thought was, I thought that this looked a little boring here. This one here looked a little boring. What is this gonna be? That's just kind of boring. Hi, I'm a guy standing here waiting for the bus. You know, just sort of boring. So that's when I decided to have it go the other way with that giant teeth like this. Is it gonna lead anywhere? I don't know. Is anybody gonna see it? Who knows? You apparently, you're gonna see it because I'm doing this all in front of you now. Again, I just like that swoop feeling. Now, if I draw a woman, I often do the similar shape like this. Again, these nice big shapes here. And then I'll draw a big eye. Now this is a little bit too big maybe, but it doesn't matter. That could be her personality. And I often draw that kind of hairdo for her. I'll often draw an earring. Can drag a bunch of black in here. Now we've got her. Since that's the way she looks, I can draw, again, what are we gonna do? The pinky out, right? You gotta do that pinky out because she's a classy dame. Can I say dame today? Is dame a word that's gonna be canceled soon? I don't know. I can even draw her little pearl necklace on here. And I can draw this drink here. Put up the classic olive with the thing maybe. And now now we have a story. We have a lady who's maybe a little bit, I stole this ear from Don Martin. I think I've showed you this before in other videos. That ear is Don Martin, classic Don Martin. It's a cartoon. There still has to be structure underneath it. I could talk about that next. But we can have a guy over here, you know, falling in love. I don't like that line. We can erase that line later. We could draw the big teeth like before, or we can use that edge of the mouth to be just the mouth, closed, like that. Maybe one tooth. Get rid of that line under the nose there. So here's this other guy now. He's falling in love. There he is. Draw him with a big heart in his chest. I'll redo that just to kind of sell it a little better. We could do it this way too, where you do this kind of a heart, right? And then it looks like it's kind of stretching, growing out of his chest. He's fallen in love with her. Again, the hat can be silly. The hat can make it like the hat can act like a eyebrow. You know, give him a pearl necklace just for the hell of it. Make it funny. That changes the whole thing now. Looks like he's wearing a dress. Just that little bit of a pearl necklace adds a whole different element to the story. But this could be just like a regular guy here with short sleeve shirt on at the party. She's looking good in her dress, her black dress. If I really wanted to put some energy into this, I'd make the dress black. Now loose, that's sort of what I like, loose, right? But a lot of people, and even, I think you know I was an animator on The Simpsons, a lot of people would say that you need structure under your cartoon, that there is volume. And there is volume and there is structure underneath everything that I'm doing here. I think about it all the time. I just don't draw it, and I don't really like to draw it. But structure would mean like the volume. So you draw something like this. Now we know that this circle is facing upward, right? So if there were eyes on here, we would draw the eyes here. And now he's sadly looking up. We'll just do those in black so you can see it better. So he's facing, or she is facing this way. Now, I'm loosely doing it according to the volume I drew below it. If we hide it, there he is. Now, I think that way when I'm drawing something. Like if I'm going to draw somebody looking down right now, I may not be planning it, but I'm going to draw it looking down. And then I'm going to make him happy about looking down. So this guy's happy looking up and this guy's unhappy looking down. I am thinking of it in terms of what's underneath. Prior to me drawing him, I'm thinking he's looking down. But I don't draw the structure underneath. I don't draw the volume. I just sort of do it. So when you see me draw something loose like this, I am thinking about the structure underneath it without creating it for you, without creating it for myself. I feel like it kills some spontaneity for me to structure my drawings that way. Does it kill the spontaneity? I don't know, but I feel like it does. I just want the feeling, the experience of happiness. Oops. I just want the feeling of happiness. So if I just draw a guy without the volume underneath, if I just draw him like with a big happy motion here, I can't stand that line in the background. This whole drawing is bugging me. But like when I was on The Simpsons, you would go ahead and you would draw, he's a cylinder. And then you would, you know that the eyes are here. You'd still have that sense of, you know, is he looking up or down? They're always a little wall-eyed, which means, you know, the eyes are always a little bit like that. The nose always kind of goes like that. He has sort of a weird mouth. He always has 9 points of hair on his head. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to. But that's the way you draw on The Simpsons. You would never just do this. You would always start off with the volume. You would always start off with, okay, Bart is looking down. And this is so other people can draw him, because when we send the storyboards and whatnot to Korea, they need the volumes. They need to know he's facing this direction and he needs to look up. So we need to face him this direction. They need to know that so they can make the drawings good and clear. Again, these are just quick bad drawings here, but they need the structure underneath. I'm just not crazy about doing that. I like it when drawings are loose. Like if you look at a lot of the cartoons that are in the New Yorker magazine, somebody like Lee Lorenz, other people, I just like it when drawings have a really loose, fluid quality without the structure, but I think of the structure. I think of it. I think of it, but I don't do it. But I know that it's there. You could tell drawings that the person isn't thinking about the structure. I almost can't do it. I'm so used to doing it. I almost can't think of what it's like to draw something that, that doesn't have the structure. I could go on the web and find drawings like that and show you, but then probably some sort of a copyright infringement. This could even be a story here. Look at this. This guy could be sad here. This could be a sad story. This guy's hanging out here. This buddy in the foreground is happy. And this guy is like, that little mouth, just that little mouth can tell a story, that little tiny mouth. If I'm gonna draw another sad guy here, I'll just go by how I feel rather than designing a mouth that is a sad mouth, sad mouth number 27. I just kind of do like, well, okay, here's the guy. His eyes are going to be sad. He's looking here. This guy's our narcissistic star. And now the sad mouth. There, that's all I drew. That's the whole sad mouth right there. I feel like my hand is shaking when I'm doing this camera work. I'm holding my camera for 19 minutes. I'm probably editing some of this out so you're not seeing it for 19 minutes, but I got these two guys, they're sad. This one guy's happy. Hope you had fun. He certainly did. He fell in love. Maybe not with the right girl, but he fell in love. If you can, click subscribe and ring that notification bell, then you'll know when one of my videos goes live. I've committed to making more videos lately, so I will see you soon. All right, take care.